Part 6, The Price of Temptation. 19th iteration, 10 p.m. I carry the heavy volume of the Chronicles down. The steps into the dungeon are slippery, covered in damp moss. One false move, and my foot sinks into nothingness. Pain arrives before sound. The cracking of fabric, the dry crunch of my kneecap against the sharp edge of a stone slab. I fall onto the landing, clutching my knee. My jeans instantly darken. An explosion of pain, sharp, hot, overwhelming. And then comes the smell of fresh, hot blood in the confined space of the stone cell. It doesn't just spread, it explodes like a grenade in a closed room, deep in the corridor behind the iron bars. The chains tighten with a cracking sound, as if the metal itself would burst, go away. It's not a voice, it's a hoarse, bestial cry from the depths of a burned throat. I try to stand, but my leg gives way. I crawl back down the steps, pulling myself up with my hands. The torch's flash rips Damian out of the darkness. He's not just struggling in the chains, he's breaking his wrists. Bones crunch like dry brushwood as he yanks the steel rings from the wall. Black blood flows down his forearms, but he doesn't notice. There are no scales or horns on his face, but his eyes are too completely empty, bottomless wells in which everything human has burned away. Celeste, crawl up. He falls to his knees, digging his own nails into his throat, tearing the skin to drown out one pain with another. Go away, go away. He inflicts crippling wounds on himself. He twists his fingers to inhuman angles just to force his mind to switch from my scent to his own torment. I freeze on the steps. The pain in my knee is nothing compared to the hellish circle I've dragged him into. Not a fairy tale monster. Before me is a monster that devours itself so as not to devour me. True nobility looks vile, smells of blood, and breaks its own bones in the dark. I won't leave, I say. My voice is barely audible, but in the silence of the dungeon, it rings out like a gunshot. He raises his head. A mad, distorted grin swirls across his bloodied lips. If you take another step, he whispers, and the chain on his right hand flies out of the stonework with a dull crack along with a chunk of cement. Will he be able to rip out his other hand before the clock strikes midnight and this nightmare is over?